Hi, my name is Joi Lake. I'm going to be coloring and praying for Dave while I play our podcast. This will be episode 13, and we recorded and published them while he was in Costa Rica after his wife passed away. We are buddies. We are not a couple. I do call him my stage husband because we used to sing and play for hospice patients when his wife was in Wildflower. These are our Zoom calls. The sound is a little sketchy with freezing, but we still had a lot of fun, so I thought I would play them and color and pray for him. Lord, I pray for Dave that you will protect him and that you'll give him your wisdom and that his life would be filled with your integrity and your love. In Jesus' name, amen.
Hey, how are ya?
I'm all right.
Yeah?
Yeah, I just didn't sleep with the dam last night.
So the same old thing?
Yeah, it's so weird because I forgot the introduction, but oh well.
Do it now.
Welcome to the David Joy Show from the shores of Tamarindo, Costa Rica, northeastern Oregon. Welcome all.
Yeah, welcome everybody. I'm trying to figure this out because when I lean on my desk, it squeaks. I thought if I put a blanket thing on the desk, it might make it not squeak so much, but I don't think it worked.
Well,
anyway.
Let's hope today goes better than yesterday, as far as the internet connection.
Yeah, that'd be nice, huh?
Yeah.
I started working on yesterday's last night, and I just kind of take out all the long pauses and.
I was gonna say, probably wasn't much there. But,
No, we were on for 40 minutes.
okay, but then I went and did the installed updates, and now I've got a green check by my security.
Yay!
I can scan, yeah.
Nice.
Anyway, yeah, because that was a little concerning,
Yeah.
not being able to scan.
So I figured out, I was writing down in my productivity planner last night, and I was writing down what I did with each section of my day. And when I wrote down the morning time, like where we start the Zoom call and all that.
Right.
So after the Zoom call, when I'm editing yesterday's podcast and finishing it up, there's time where like the Zoom call is loading, and then when I put like yesterday's into the Anchor to load it up, there's loading time. So there's about 40 minutes of loading time. I realized that if I don't then I can just keep working. So during the loading time, I got like YouTube videos done and TikTok videos done and a Medium article done, and I got all kinds of stuff done. And I wrote it all down though. It kind of like it resembled a jellyfish to me, because like the umbrella of it was that I had this bubble of time, this block of time, and then I had these things that I did inside of it. So it kind of reminded me of jellyfish. So I'm kind of creating that in my brain to try to wrap my head around each block of time. And yeah, it's cool. It was kind of fun to do my planner today and make it look like jellyfish.
Yeah.
Fun.
That's cool.
Yeah, it kind of makes it a little more creative, I guess. And I like jellyfish. They're pretty.
Yeah, they are. I got stung out in the ocean. I'm pretty sure it was a jellyfish because I've been stung before.
Yeah?
They're just those little ones with the sail, and they just, I don't know what they're called.
Okay.
Probably used to it. But anyway, that's what it felt like, because it started stinging in the water, so whatever it was.
One, or is there a whole group?
I think there was just one, So, I mean, that's all I hit, because when I was in Hawaii and I was out swimming, or Cabo, I can't remember. Anyway, I got hit by a whole bunch of them.
Oh, yeah.
It stung a little bit,
Yeah.
It's nothing serious, and I knew it.
Is it like a bee sting, or what's it like?
It's kind of like a burn.
Oh.
And it goes away, This one went away in a couple hours, but I had a little rash there. But on that, while we were doing the booze cruise, that's what it was. And where you go snorkeling, really good idea. Throw people in the water and blood out. But anyway.
Get them drunk and drown them, huh?
Yeah. So anyway, this other guy got hit a couple times by the jellyfish, and he was just whining and talking to his wife, and and oh gosh, look at this. I'm going, geez, man up, dude. Just a little sting, but he might have had a different reaction. I guess I could give him that.
Yeah. I was watching a thing on it was on Netflix, and they have these nature shows and stuff, and they have this one, I can't remember what it's called, but each episode features a different photographer who's doing amazing things and going places that nobody else goes, So there was this one photographer that hiked into this really cool little lake that's on, I think it's on an island. So the island is surrounded and it's in the ocean, so it's salt water, but this lake is all fresh water, and it's filled to the brim with jellyfish that don't sting. Yeah, so I go in there and videotape him underwater and stuff, and he got some amazing footage. It was so cool. And there's like 2 or 3 different species, so they're similar, but just enough difference that you can tell the difference, So it was really cool to see,
Yeah, I love those Nat Geo photographers and what they go underwater.
Yeah.
I saw one on it's on Netflix too, where this guy, my teacher, the octopus.
I saw that one. I was just going to mention it. That was amazing.
I know it. How he became, befriended that octopus.
Yeah, and it wanted the companionship.
Yeah, it's weird.
It was so cool.
And then I think at the end, didn't it die or get eaten or something? I didn't quite. I don't think I finished.
The females, I guess, they die after their babies are done.
Okay,
after they have the babies and they hang out with the babies. But because they're protecting their babies, they don't eat, and so then they just kind of wither away to nothing. And then when they are almost dead, then the babies are good and they go away. They go off into the world, and the mom she doesn't have to protect them anymore. So then she kind of was just out where the little baby shark and stuff could eat on her. So.
Okay. Yeah, I remember I think I was probably cooking or something. I stepped away for a while trying to listen because I vaguely remember that. So.
Yeah, it was really hard to watch. It was really hard to watch, but it's the natural cycle of how it's supposed to be, and it's hard to watch, but these photographers, I just respect them so much because they capture it without interfering so often.
Yeah.
And there's times where you want them to step in and save the day, but they're not supposed to. That's not how.
Well, and that guy was doing it without tanks.
Yeah.
That's what amazed. He's staying under a long time.
Yeah, he said he grew up diving and stuff.
Yeah.
And his lung capacity was good.
He has some good legs, good lungs, yeah.
Yeah, he had trained himself. Yeah, it was so cool. And I love that his son got involved, because I think some of that footage his son probably got. And we would have never had it if his son hadn't been there and been involved. So that was pretty amazing that they got to have that experience together. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
Teenager, which is such a great age to really have an experience like that with your kid, because it just is amazing to watch how kids change and develop over their years because of stuff like that. So
yeah,
it's pretty impressive. But
definitely something you won't forget.
Yeah, and I love that that happened because he had had such a horrible experience and had to leave his career, and they were there because he was recovering and healing from stress and anxiety and trying to figure out what to do next. And
Right.
and then that happened, and then it creates this whole second, maybe third station of not station just a rejuvenation of his career in a way, like restarted it in a different direction, I guess.
Yeah.
So that was just really cool that he had the photography background, the movie making background, and so then he could take it to this healing process, and then he can create movies with the footage from the healing process. It was really, I love that we watched her life cycle, the octopus, but we watched his recovery and healing process of his life cycle and then passing it on to his son. He did such a great job with that.
Full circle story.
Definitely. And he told the whole story in such an amazing way. I was laughing, I was crying. I didn't know what I was clicking on. You know,
I didn't either, you know.
I
But
know.
then once I saw it was, you know, ocean, well, that intrigued me, number one.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then, boom. Oh, yeah. So I'm going to have the Zoom call today.
With who?
Man.
Oh, nice. I'm like, you're already on this one, so you must be talking about a different one.
Yeah, no, it'll be a little later today.
Nice. I'm excited for you. That's so cool. Tell him hi from me. He doesn't know me, but
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
you can listen
Get to know you. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Get to know you on the podcast, but
Yeah.
it's I just decided to do it, you know, emailed him and he wanted to do it yesterday, but you know, I'm realizing what's going on, I think. Because like this morning I took my temperature. It was 97.6, which is normal. Yesterday in the afternoon it was 98.9. And what's going on is I don't have AC on in here hardly at all. And it's just that hot in here. That's all there is to it, you know.
Well, maybe you got to suck it up and pay the bigger electricity bill.
Yeah, that's what I did. I mean, turned on the AC just before we came on, and I'm going to turn it on even if it's going to be a little extra because it's just miserable. I mean, when you walk outside and it's like 90-some degrees, and it's actually cooler out there because there's no breeze.
Right.
I mean, what temperature is it really in here? You know?
Well, and you still can't open your windows?
No, I mean...
There's still too much dust?
Yeah, there's still dust. I think they're going to start putting the second half of the road in because now people are going to be able to drive on this path with the ramp.
Okay,
anyway.
So maybe it's soon that you can open your windows?
Yeah, but the glass doors, but I don't even know that. And my thinking is that, you know, guys, if it's 90 degrees outside, it's going to make it hotter in here, you know.
Well, but if you can get a breeze going, then it won't be.
Yeah.
I didn't have AC in Korea in August, and it was high humidity. I was pregnant. That was an experience.
Oh.
Yeah, but as long as I was sitting in front of a fan, I was good.
That's what I got right here.
Yeah, so.
I've got a fan, and that usually works, but lately it just hasn't been. You know, and I think that's probably part of it. You know, I run down, go swim, take a cold shower, and then it just cooks when the sun comes around to that side there. So, but yeah, I don't know. I got to figure it out because it's just miserable. I mean,
Don't they have those shades? Not shades. They're like
blackout.
Yeah, but not blackout. They're like screens for your doors so the bugs don't come in. But a lot of times they're like grayed out black screen, so they kind of shade the sun from getting in and beating on your house.
Yeah, these are black.
Oh, okay. I think fans. Oh, you know what? Did you know that if you put ice packs in front of your fan, it cools you
Yeah.
down? Yeah. I've even used popsicles because those otter pops, you can refreeze them after they thaw.
Oh, yeah.
And they come in sheets of like 10 or 12 or something. So you just lay them over the fan and then you go refreeze them afterwards. It worked great. I got desperate in Korea for sure. But,
Yeah.
but Jim always liked those otter pops. And so when I saw it on Pinterest that you could put an ice pack in front, I went, I'll bet otter pops will work too.
There you go.
So it did. It was kind of a fun little thing. But yeah.
I've got some ice in there. I may try that today.
Yeah.
Get something. I don't have. I think I've got a fan. Maybe there's one in,
Oh, to
underneath the cabinet. Yeah.
catch the drips. Yeah.
Yeah, just so it doesn't.
I always stuck mine in a Ziploc if I did ice.
The little ones.
Yeah. Hey, did you try that twist? I was saying you could how you attach it to the fan, and I was thinking the twist ties. It reminded me. Did you ever do a twist tie for your guitar strap?
No, I actually I played it. I think last night a little bit, and I just I just played it, and I'm very aware of it, and I think as long as I don't move around too much,
Yeah.
or jerk or whatever. I just hate to have to hit the floor.
Yeah.
My Michelle would be no more.
That would be bad. You'd spend a lot of time and effort getting her down there, and all the time and effort you spent getting her all fixed up at that one point. So, I don't know that I could ever do a podcast with him because it would be weird to be on like this, but because we're 4,000 miles away, this is normal now for us.
Right.
I'm in the same room with him when we talk, so the only way to do that is to actually like record audio like on a device while we're just hanging out, and then take it and edit it later, But
Yeah.
And I was thinking about that with my dad. I probably should do something like that with my dad at some point. He has some amazing stories. He's got the most amazing shark story ever, and I would love to get it on audio.
Dark stories?
A white shark, like a 4-foot white shark. Yeah. Yeah, when he was a teenager.
Something I hope to never meet in the ocean.
I know. No, the way I understand the story is his dad and him were going out to this fishing spot off the coast of California where they lived.
Yeah.
So he was a teenager, so that would have put him in the late 50s, I think, early 60s. So it was just really cool. His dad had taken an old aluminum boat, probably kind of like Ray has, and my dad said it was like, he thinks it was like 12 feet long. I don't know if that's a normal size for aluminum boat. But his dad had packed it with styrofoam, like those big sheets of styrofoam, that like packing material. He had and secured styrofoam to the inside of that boat so that no matter what happened out in the ocean, they wouldn't sink.
Right.
Well, because you're out in the middle of the ocean. He had figured out that the fishing spot he wanted was right where two radio stations crossed. So he took his radio, two radios or something, and when he could get both radio stations at the same time, that's the spot he wanted.
Oh, darn.
So then the other thing is in his little boat with his little tiny motor, it was going to take them all night, like a 6 or 8 hour night to get out there. So
Oh my God.
So they could fish when the sun came up, right? So they left at night, bedtime, to go out to the spot that you could only find with the radio stations.
My God.
That was amazing. Yeah, my Grandpa John was amazing. And he's the one that my initials are after, the JCL. So It's really funny. They're putting along, right?
Yep.
We've been out there probably a couple hours out in the middle of who knows where, right? And this great big white shark, longer than the boat. My dad said that the shark was probably 14 feet. It was a couple feet bigger than the boat. That was the first time he told me the story. Who knows what it'll actually be if he retells it? I don't know.
Right.
My dad's pretty accurate with his facts a lot of times, so I mean, I think it's pretty legit. But you know how like when a dog will just come rub, or a cat will come alongside you, you'll just naturally put your hand out on them to pet them as they walk by. Did you freeze again? Uh-oh. We're frozen. There you are. Nope, not quite. Almost. Are you there now?
Yeah.
Okay, so what part did you hear?
You know, I really don't have anything for you.
So when a dog or a cat walks by you, you'll naturally put your hand out to pet it as it walks by, like if you're sitting on the couch or something. So I guess this shark came up alongside the boat, like a cat or a dog, and my dad instinctively as a teenager put his hand out, and his hand ran along the top of this shark. And his dad's like, don't touch it.
Yeah.
But the shark came up alongside the boat and didn't leave. It was like
Weird.
It was like it just needed to hunker down and hang out, and like whatever sound the boat made and the speed, the shark was attracted to it, not as a feeding frenzy, not as an attack, it just wanted to like be down next to it like you would to fall asleep next to your honey or something. So
That's amazing.
I know. So my grandpa shut off the motor, and they just had to wait for the shark to be done sleeping or resting or hanging out or whatever. So they were there for like a couple hours or something, just waiting for the shark to be done. But it reminds me of like the octopus story where the octopus wanted companionship. You know, it kind of reminds me of that, like the hum of that motor and that boat and their bodies, the energy of their bodies. Somehow the shark just wanted to be there and hang out with them or something. So I just thought
That's just wild.
I know. The shark longer than the boat. And
I would not. That would say, well, I mean, when I had my 38 footer, you know, we pulled in like a 6-foot shark, but it was just a blue shark,
yeah.
and that didn't bother me at all. But I saw like 14 footer coming by, great white, and no way.
What are you supposed to do? Oh, like you can't do it.
No, you can't do anything, and you're at the mercy of the
Yeah.
shark. At this ocean museum, I can't think of the name of it, on San Juan Island up in Puget Sound.
Yeah.
It was in Friday Harbor, and I've gone to it a couple times because it's pretty cool. It's a small little building you walk upstairs, but they had a stuffed great white, which was, I mean, I don't recall how long, but it was 14 or better. I mean, it was a big one.
Yeah.
And that belly, the belly, I don't think I could put my hand.
Oh wow.
That's how big it was.
Oh.
And I had no idea that they had that big of a midsection, man.
Oh wow.
When they show them, you know, underwater, doesn't look that big, you know, when they're jumping up the deals or maybe sleep. Anyway, but I said, wow, somebody got it really wrong, or these things are pretty nasty.
Well, maybe it's like the alligators, you know, sometimes those alligators when I'm watching the swamp people, you know, they'll say it's like a 9-footer, but it looks really skinny and it doesn't look real big. And then another 9-footer is wide as can be and looks massive and it's all thick and like the neck is huge and you're like, dude, that's like 10 times more than the other 9-footer probably, you know, like big difference. So I wonder if it depends on what they actually are eating. And you know, some of the alligators are in areas that are closed off and you can't hardly get to them, and other alligators are in the main areas where the big barges are at. So I wonder, that probably affects how thick they get.
It must, yeah. I don't know. Here we've got sea crocs and caimans. Caiman is more like an alligator, like a small alligator.
Oh, okay.
But sea croc, I guess he's about 6 feet now, so he can take out a little dog pretty easy.
Where do they hang out?
In the river. Where the
Oh, okay.
ocean meets the sea. Wow, that sounds like a good poem. Wait a minute, I think Alan Parsons already did that one. But
I saw pictures online of the Costa Rica Reserve National Park, whatever. They have crocodiles out there with people walking their dogs.
yeah, whereabouts is that?
It's off the coast of Costa Rica. It's an island.
Oh, okay.
You should look into going there sometime.
I don't know what end it's at. I keep saying it through this pandemic. I know it's horrible, but I don't really want to get on a bus right now.
Well, you could always hire a private jet.
Yeah, there you go. I wish I had a map that I could tape to the wall, Costa Rica, just so that people talk about it, because otherwise I got to look it up, and the maps aren't always that great. And
Right.
it'd be nice to have a big one. Like it just, oh, there's Cocoa Beach, there's this, that.
You could draw your own.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm so skilled with that. You know, last I was watching just a show that I watch, Blacklist.
Okay.
I used to watch it with CJ, and then I hadn't seen it for a long time, but Netflix remembered where I was at because I didn't want to go start from the beginning.
Right.
Try to hunt. I didn't know how many more seasons. Oh man. Yeah, every night it seems like, I even waited. I ate half the sandwich and this and that. It's not really a hunger pain, but it's almost like there's a hole in my soul.
That's what happens when you fast. So your body isn't going into a fasting mode probably, which is good. That's really good. That's really good. They say it's really good for longevity.
Oh God.
No, they're finding out scientifically that when you're older, if you eat less and you fast, that you'll live longer.
Yeah, I definitely do eat less. Well, I have to be healthy because cooking.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I got my exercise in before we zoomed called.
Good.
Yeah, I did good. I finally figured out that I wasn't drinking enough water. And once I started drinking enough water, and I ate oranges and orange juice, so I think I need vitamin C because I'm inside all the time. I think I just was deficient, and so now I'm feeling a little better. The other thing that I did I show this to you? I have this funny thing I did. My Bible cover is the Lord's Prayer. So I don't know if you can see that where I crossed off the word bread.
Yeah.
I wrote vegetables. I wrote vegetables. So it says, give us this day our daily vegetables. And every time I say it that way, I start eating more salad.
Yeah, that's funny.
I kid you. It's like, it works like a charm. It's so cool. So I'm going to
That's what I've got to do. I don't know if I'll go swimming today because my other Zoom calls kind of back in ours. I mean.
Yeah.
But anyway, I got to go down to the store and get some vegetables and stuff. That was where I was going, but no, I wasn't going to swim. But we'll see how it is after I get through talking to Van.
Yeah.
So I'll go down maybe in between Zoom calls and get my vegetables and whatnot. And
nice.
I haven't had salad for a day anyway.
So are you glad you moved there? I mean, are you still happy being there?
Sort of. Sort of. I can't really make friends.
Right.
And so I'm pretty lonely.
Yeah.
I'm
telling you should go find a church.
Yeah, I know. Here comes a little squirrel. He hangs out in one of the trees right near the house. Oh, that's the other thing.
Mm-hmm.
The monkeys came back last night.
Oh.
And then I got another look at them, and there are brownish, maybe the females or something. Because I thought I was seeing, there was a baby that was on the back. So anyway, yeah, there are some that are kind of brown. So anyway,
So how many were there?
not the same many as last time. What I was saying is they just kind of come in little, and then one of them will wait on the wire. And pretty soon someone will yell and keep going.
So they like go in packs, and then there's a rebellious one that wants to do their own thing.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. I mean, I have no idea. But there was not one on the ground this time, so maybe they let him rejoin the clan.
Maybe. Maybe he was being punished.
Yeah. Get down there, he could have fallen. Because I've seen him fight, two of them fight, probably juveniles. They
Yeah.
weren't real, and they hang upside down on the wire and they claw at each other. So he could have fallen,
Yeah.
That could have happened further up the line. I have got to do that. And then I've got to go to the store.
So you're going to go to the bathroom, and then you're going to go to the store, and then you're going to talk to Van? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
So we got to say bye-bye.
All right. Well,
All
thank
right.
you for listening to the Dave and Joy Show. It's been a pleasure having you.
Thanks for showing. Bye, Dave. Love you.
I love you too. I'll see you Monday.
Monday. Yep. Bye. I love you.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining me. Heavenly Father, I pray for Dave in his new place in Oregon again, now that he's home from Costa Rica. I pray, Lord, that his health would be well and good. I pray that you would give him your peace and you'd keep him safely in your arms. And I pray, Lord, that if you're bringing him a lady companion, that you would just make that go really well and help him be the man he needs to be for her and her to be the woman she needs to be for him. And I pray, Lord, that they would draw closer to you together. In Jesus' name, amen.